I think they're playing well enough on the defensive side of the ball to win games. They're only giving up like 17 points a game, but they're only scoring 16 points a game. So that's a problem when your defense is giving up less points than you're scoring. You're going to lose football games. So I don't know when the last time Tom Brady was 3-4 after 7 games in any season in his career, but it does not look good right now, and they've got to really get their focus back. They're still a good enough football team with on paper with the personnel that they have and everything to be one of the top teams in the NFC, which isn't that strong this year. But like you said, it seems like they're not playing without a passion. They're not having fun out there. Tom's got a lot going on in his personal life that it's all been kind of documented over the last few months. I don't know how much that's affecting his play. And then I think the fact that Tom isn't doing well, maybe psychologically that's affecting the rest of the football team, because as Tom goes, so goes the rest of the football team. So you see guys dropping passes and doing things, missing blocks, things that they don't normally do. I just don't think they're into it the way they need to be, and they've got to get things turned around and turned around really quickly.
Is there one or two things, Warren, that when you watch, you see as being different? I mean, this is, like you said, they have a lot of talent still. They won a Super Bowl a few years ago. I mean, what's different?
It's really hard to put your finger on it. I think it's just execution. They're just not executing. I think they've had some injuries in their offensive line that have really hurt them, and Tom's been under more pressure than he's used to. I really think that he misses Rob Gronkowski, who has been a security blanket for him for so long. Whenever there's a key play that needs to be made, especially down the red zone or whatever, and they had a tough time scoring in the red zone last week, that's the guy he would usually go to, Rob Gronkowski. So him not being there, I think, is something that's hurting their offense. And then they're just not. They started the season really well against the Cowboys running the football. They are not running the football the way they were earlier in the season. I think some of that has to do with offensive line play.
Knowing offenses like you do, Warren, Gronk, obviously he just retired, so you presume he's still in decent shape. If say he were to make a decision to come back, is that somebody who can instantly help and could possibly instantly turn around their season? They're still right there. The division is not that strong. They're tied for the lead at 3-4. The Falcons are the only team right there. Could they turn it around if someone like Gronk came back?
I think they could. He's one of those guys that, first of all, he's very talented. And then he has an infectious personality that kind of would just maybe loosen everybody up a little bit. He'd come in and let guys have some fun. He'd also give them a boost of confidence that they know what he's capable of doing when he's on the field. So I think that would help. But I'm not sure if Gronk wants to play any more football. It looks like he's going down the TV and movie path and seems to be very happy doing that. But that's just something that I see that's missing that they've had the last couple of years that they don't have right now.
Warren, how about moving on from Tom, going to Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVPs, obviously looked like somebody who had been getting older, and then he had the resurgence and wins the MVP awards 2 years in a row. Packers not playing well, lose their third game in a row now. What have you seen with Rodgers?
Well, he has a lot of new young receivers in the lineup this year that he's trying to get used to. He lost Devontae Adams, which was a huge loss to this football team, because in the passing game part of it, he was probably 3/4 of it. I mean, his receptions compared to everybody else wasn't even close. So you lose somebody like that, another like a security blanket like a Gronk. It's hard to replace that guy, especially in key situations in football games. You don't have that guy you can go to, and some of these young guys have really dropped some balls early in the season. I don't know if Aaron has a whole lot of confidence in them right now. And you got to have that confidence who you can go to in certain situations that you can make a first down or you can make a big play when you need it. And I just don't think he has that right now. So he's playing with not the same confidence that you would think that he would not have for a guy who's been a 4-time MVP, but he doesn't seem to be playing with a lot of confidence right now because he doesn't have the weapons that he's used to having.
Let me get you out of here on this one, Warren. Maybe the best quarterback in the league, right? No, just kidding. But Daniel Jones playing well. New York Giants, I think.
Oh, those Giants!
Shock to everybody. Warren are 6-1. I know they're not winning the Super Bowl, but have you had a chance to watch Daniel Jones? And what do you think?
I really have watched him, and I think Brian Dable was the perfect answer for him. He's almost like a quarterback whisperer. We saw what he did with Josh Allen in Buffalo. really turned his career around, and he's doing that for Daniel Jones. And Daniel has been a good athlete at that quarterback position, but just hasn't had the weapons around him since he's been in New York. He hasn't had a really good offensive line to play with. Saquon Barkley's been hurt a lot of the time, but now he's healthy this year. The line is a little bit better, and you got a coach that really understands his abilities, and he's starting to get the most out of those abilities. You're seeing him not only throw the football, but he's running it well because he's a good athlete. So the Giants are off to a great start. I think everybody's surprised to see them 6-1, but I'm happy for Daniel because he's withstood a lot of criticism there in New York over the last 4 years. But hopefully he'll be the guy for them for the future.